Hi everyone out there in YouTube. This is my Sunday afternoon What Sold video. I'm Shirley from Shirley's World, and I do mostly when things are normal. I do eBay and Poshmark, things to do with reselling. However, right now we can't source any place, and I'm sort of running out of inventory to list. So I've been hunting for things around my house. I've made some videos about that. And also, I'm doing other types of videos like my grocery hauls and things about my animals. So it's going to sort of be a mishmash until things get back to normal, which heaven knows when that will be, but it's not going to be real soon, I don't think. So I had a horrible thing happen to me this morning. I'm not going to say it's the worst thing that can happen, because for sure there are worse things that can happen. But it's just going to be a real inconvenient thing that I have to find a solution for. So I'll talk about that at the end. And I didn't intend on having another grocery delivery today, but I started to make another Aldi list, on their site. They use Instacart. So I started looking for things because I had forgotten to order a couple things when I ordered my last grocery haul. So one thing I really wanted is some yeast. I have no yeast, and there's a couple things I want to make that requires yeast, active dry yeast. So I went on to get that. I went on to order some more panko breadcrumbs, because that baked chicken I made the other day, when was it, yesterday or the day before, it was delicious. I had it yesterday, and that really does work for oven fried chicken. It does make it nice and crunchy, and better than just plain breadcrumbs. So, yeah, I need some more of those. So there was just a couple things. I'm going to be running out of half and half. And so I went on to order a few things, and then it always says you just have a little bit more to order and you'll get free delivery. So I always like free delivery. So I go on and I order up until the point, I think it's $35 you have to order. You can order a lot on Aldi for $35. So I had to pick some more things, and no more bananas or no more carrots, though. Ordered a cabbage, though, for the chickens. They like, if you put a whole cabbage, sort of break it up a little bit, put it in, I have like a hanging basket in there, and they eat it all. They like cabbage. So I ordered some other things, but it's going to come today. I didn't want it to come today, but I couldn't get it to change from today within the next 5 hours, it said. I didn't really want it today, but I couldn't get it to switch. So I finally just pushed the button and ordered it today. And then, because you order it on the same day, they add $3.99 for shipping. So I didn't get free shipping after all. But anyway, so I'm going to get some more. I'm not going to do a haul on this one. It's just a few items. I did have a good day yesterday. After having either no sales in a day or having like one sale a day, I had well over $100 worth of sales yesterday. I think what spurred it on was I went on and I put on eBay, I put a whole lot of offers to watchers on. And I don't know how many I put on, probably about 40. I still have some more to do because I ran out of time when I was doing it. But I'm going to do that again today. And I think that's what spurred all the sales on, because I think there was only one offered a watcher, though. The others were either just from the sale or regular best offer. So I don't know. It's made more activity on my eBay store. So I think that works. Hi, Fly Studios. I see you're watching, Susan. Yes, I made homemade soup today, chicken soup. And I have to say, I made it a little different. And this is the best chicken soup I have ever made, the tastiest. It has no noodles in it and no potatoes in it. It's all vegetables, all real healthy. Besides the chicken is the protein, and then it has lots of onions, lots of celery, lots of carrots. And it has the canned chicken broth from Aldi, which already has plenty of salt in. So I didn't even have to salt the soup at all. But what I did differently was I browned the onions. The first thing I did in my big pot was I browned the onions, a whole big onion, chopped it roughly chopped it up and browned the onions. The onions even got a little too brown. But then I put the chicken in there, and I sort of browned the chicken. I had chicken thighs, boneless chicken thighs. So I cut the chicken thighs up into little hunks like that. And I browned the chicken hunks. And then I thought, well, I have some bacon that I bought that I was going to just use to flavor things. So I took one thin strip of bacon and chopped it up into little tiny pieces and added that into when I was browning the onions and the chicken, and then the little bit of bacon. After that, I added the broth and the carrots and the celery. Lots of carrots and celery. And then added some more water to fill up the pot. But it simmered all morning. And I finally tasted it. And it is, I must say, delicious. And I'm not feeling too good in the stomach today. More in my upper regular stomach. I hope I'm not developing an ulcer from all this stuff, but my stomach just hurts. So, of course, the chicken soup, made it feel much better. So, I ate soup for lunch instead of the salad, but maybe I'll have the salad for supper. And then leftover things from yesterday and today, tomorrow. I got some questions about things. One question on a lady's blouse. When you get a question about something, it requires you pull it out of the package and look at it, and whatever the question is about it. And she did buy that item earlier in the week. It'll be on here. I'll show you. And the other one was a question from today. It required me actually taking new pictures of the item. So I hope after all that and this question that she could have seen if she had looked at the measurements. But she was right about a couple things. Pictures look different because I had taken some on the mannequin and then I hung this item. It was Bumblebee, if you come in, you'll know the item. It was that peach colored linen. It was a big boxy linen women's blouse top, just a pullover top. It was a extra large, but it was oversized. It was huge. In fact, if you measured the chest measurement, it ended up being the chest measurement would have been 58 or 60. So it was big and oversized and boxy. And she asked about how, because it looked so different on the mannequin, but then I hung it on one of those extended hangers I bought. But when I did that, it looked like the sleeves it looked like it had been altered, because the sleeves looked shorter and it looked like it was a crop top almost, but it's not been altered. It's just that it's this huge boxy, oversized shirt. So I took new pictures for her and I did all this. Took me about a half hour to do all this. And I certainly hope she decides she wants it after all this, but I haven't gotten a sale so far. But let me go on here and show you what I sold this past week of being in my house and having very few things to list. And let's go to the share the screen thingy. Okay, this first thing you should see is a pair of Skechers women's comfort shoes. They weren't called sneakers, but that's what I call them. Comfort shoes. They were size 9.5, and they closed by a Velcro closing, hook and loop closing, and they were brown suede leather. These were leather. And she bought them for $22. It was a best offer, which I took. She paid shipping, and they went to Auburn, Maine, up in Maine. So the next thing is this J. Crew. This was the other blouse somebody had a question about, and then she bought it, so that was good. J. Crew Factory, a white linen. This is a cute little peasant type blouse, pullover blouse. It had it had embroidery on the sleeves, black embroidery. And it was by, I said, J. Crew Factory. That went to Stowe, Ohio, right here in Ohio. And those both sold on the 31st. The 31st, which was Tuesday of March. Okay, the next thing is this Michael Kors knit top. This was sold on Poshmark, and somebody that comes on here on my YouTube video, Karen, bought this from me. And this is a short sleeve red and white striped top, knit top. She bought it for $32, and my earnings were $25.60. And I forgot to write on here where it was shipped to, but it sold on the 1st of April. So thank you, Karen, if you watch this, and thank you for sharing my closet all the time. I really, you don't know how much I appreciate that. This was a sale of a Jamie Sadek jacket. I usually just have tops by Jamie Sadek or skirts or shorts, but this was a jacket I found. It was in really nice condition. It was almost like new. It was in this crinkly fabric. It was a lightweight and size medium. And I did take a best offer because things have been so slow, of $25, and they paid shipping. It went to Newtown, Pennsylvania, also on the 1st of April. The next thing is a Poshmark sale, and this is one of my teapots from my closet. A blue and white floral teapot. Ceramic 4-cup teapot. It was real pretty. I bought it, when I bought it to go with a lot of blue dishes that I have when I was doing those tablescapes, which are, by the way, on my blog. If I could figure out on StreamYard how to put things underneath this video, I would do it. But it's called, I think I held this up before. I should have had it right here. But it's called shirleysworld.blogspot.com. So if you fool around with that name, you'll get me on if you just Google Shirley's World, it'll probably give you all the places I'm on, if you're interested. This went all the way to California. So I was very careful on how, of course I have to be careful. This is ceramic. I have to be careful how I ship it. So I actually double boxed this one, and it went out in a regular large mailing box all the way to California. So praying it gets there in good shape. And she bought that for $14. I think that was an offer she gave me. Not sure, maybe not. But I think it was. And I made $11 on that little teapot that I've had for quite a while of my own. Then this was the sale that excited me so much. I had just put this little Beanie Boo by Ty on. I was listing plush animals, and I had just put him on. His name is Root Beer. He's a Beanie Boo, which means they're just 6 inches high, and they do have little beans in their bottom to weight them down. And this was a little terrier dog, and its fur was different. It was sort of curly. It's different than most of them. And it was made in 2014. Has the glitter eyes. In fact, all the beanie ones I got when I bought them have the glitter eyes. So, and this went for $13.99. I don't have any best offer on all the plush I put on, but they do have free shipping. So that went for $13.99 plus free shipping, and it went to Stewart's Draft, Virginia. Stewart's Draft on the 2nd of April. Don't you sort of how they named, what made them name this town Stewart's Draft? Bet there's some history there, being Virginia. The next thing is eBay sale, Evan Pacone women's all linen top. This was a nice big top. I don't see the size on there, which I should have had right in the title, but I think it was, here it is down here. It was a 1X. It would have made also a really nice over blouse, in the summer. It was all linen. I thought it was so pretty, this blouse. But I did take a best offer because of what's going on for $15. And it went to Englewood, Ohio, right here in Ohio, on the 3rd of April, which was Friday. Let's see. Then yesterday, these are coming up on the sales I made that ended up being well over $100. The first one was this Joseph Ribkoff, size 8, women's 2-piece, had a tunic top and a gray elastic waist skirt. And this was like a sweater type, fine knit sweater type outfit. And that I sent out offers to watch. This is the offers to watchers. And I sent out $32.77 and somebody picked it up right away for them. So, oh, I didn't say where that went. That went to Queensbury, New York. I don't exactly know where Queensbury is, but that's where it went. Then I sold a pair of jeans I've had for a long time, Bull's Head. But these were junior size, and they're much harder to sell than regular Missy sizes. So this was an 11R regular, 11 regular, but it was a junior size. Boot cut low rise by Bullhead. And that went for the sale price of $19.51 though. So that was good. And they paid shipping, of course. Went to Ledyard, Connecticut. There's another one, Ledyard, Connecticut. Then I sold this was the others, offer to watchers. Okay, somebody got a good deal on this, I must say. By Soft Surroundings. This is a two-piece dress. It's fancy. It has sequins all over this top part. And then the underneath is a tank, like a tank sheath dress. And that was a size, what size was this? I don't know. I don't have the sizes on there. Huh. This is a large, size large, but a really nice Soft Surroundings, a two-piece tank dress and sequin top. And that went for an offer to watchers for $18.77, and they paid shipping. However, the shipping they paid was $11.75 because I just put priority shipping. But actually, when this was packaged up, it was flat enough and small enough to fit in a padded flat rate mailer. So it went priority, but I only had to pay $7.52. So I made a little bit more on the shipping, which is okay because it went for such a small amount of money. Then the last thing is this J. Crew artist tee. It was a long sleeve, just a long sleeve t-shirt. And I think the gold stripes were sort of sparkly. You can't see it on the picture, but they were a little bit sparkly. And that went for just plain $16 as a best offer. And that went to Greenfield Center, New York. And they paid shipping on that. So that is what I sold this week. A little better, again, than last week. So we'll see if I can get back here. And yeah, so yesterday when I got all those sales, I thought, oh, wow. Maybe things are starting up again, but then I remember I sent all those offers to watchers. Now, as you see, out of all those offers, I only got 2 that took the offers, but it's sort of spurred on things going. Hi, Karen. I just showed your top bot. Thank you. I think it spurred action to happen in my store, eBay store, so that's why things start to happen. I have sold, I listed all my plush, except I have 2 more to list today. 2 more left. The little bear called Brownie. They're both Beanie Boos. That doesn't have a tag, but this one still has its tag. And her name, another fox. I have a fox on there already. A a little boy fox named Sly or Slick. Sly or Slick, I don't know. Slick, I think. This is Faye. She's a little girl fox. And she has, these are both velvet. Ty makes their stuffed animals. Some of them are just plain. Some of them are called Ty velvet, which these are. They're super soft. And then some are called Ty silk, and they are really soft too. So I'm learning more about plush animals. I try to listen whenever Flippin' Hippos is doing something about her plush. I listen. So the thing that happened today, I didn't have a stomach ache till after this happened. So I'm sure this all has to do with stress. But I'm sitting up here, you know, doing something here on the computer. And all of a sudden, I was doing wash. All of a sudden, my washing machine starts to make this horrendous noise. I mean, I thought when I went down there, I thought my washing machine was probably off the blocks and walking across the floor. It was making this horrible grinding, the worst noise a washing machine can possibly make, okay? So I go down there and peek around, and it's not moving. It's just making this horrendous noise. So I went over there and tried to stop it with the dial, which didn't work. So I lifted the lid so that horrible noise would stop. And of course, it's full of water. And I had chosen that load to put a blanket into, okay? There's 2 towels and a blanket in there. Now, it's full of water, and I'm thinking, am I going to be able to spin this out? So I try to turn the dial and get it to spin. The dial is breaking as it is. So I finally got it to get up to the spin place, and it did spin. It spun it all right. It spun most of the water out. But on that first spin, it spins most of the water out, and then it sort of refills for the rinse cycle. So it started to refill, and I had all these soapy, this blanket and these 2 towels. They're all soapy. They need to be rinsed. So I left the rinse water go in there, praying that I could spin it out again. But when I went to spin it out, it took me forever to finally get it to spin again. But it spun most of it out before it stopped. So I looked down in there, and it didn't spin real good because it's still soapy. It probably had to rinse again, but I wasn't going to take a chance. When it started to do whatever it was doing, it made that horrible noise again, even worse. Grinding, like it was almost like a siren. I mean, that washing machine is shot. Whatever gears it had, they're gone. So I got it off. In order to get it to turn off, because I couldn't make the dial work, I had to unplug it. So I unplugged it, hoping I wouldn't get electrocuted, and opened the lid, and there's still that much water and just enough so everything is soaked. You know, I have a blanket in there, which is like a cotton weave blanket. It's not like a comfort or anything, but it's a regular size throw that you would have over you on the couch. In fact, that's where it was. And 2 towels, hand towels. So I started wringing the hand towels out, and I got them wrung out, and I hung them on the clothesline because I have some clotheslines in the basement. I hung them up, and then I thought, how am I ever going to get the water and the soap out of this huge blanket? So I lifted it up, weighing it, it weighs a ton, lifted it up and got it over to the stationary tub and started running water because it needed to be rinsed. It's full of soap. And that took me a good 15 minutes of trying to rinse and wring and rinse and wring. By the end of this whole thing, if my hands aren't bleeding, I'll be surprised. But I got as much water as I could out of it. And then I have a really good standing, thank goodness I bought this. It's one of those accordion stands, wooden stands to dry things, a drying rack. It's really a big one, and it's made by the Amish. It's a really good, sturdy one. So I intended on using that out on the deck in the summer, and I went a full year without using it. So I had Teresa put it back down in the basement, which was good now. So I opened that up and took it over by the drain where my sump pump and everything is, and got this blanket over there and draped over so it can just drip dry, because I couldn't get much water out of it. My hands aren't that strong to be wringing out this blanket. So I don't know how many days it'll take to dry. I think after it dries a certain amount, I'll hang it outside on a decent day. But it's still way too heavy. There's way too much water in it yet. Or I could hang it out right now. Okay, now I have no washing machine. Okay, I can order a washing machine from Home Depot. That isn't the only problem. And they have free delivery. The problem is my cellar door is not wide enough to get a washing machine down to the basement. The only way they could bring the washing machines into my house was through the storm cellar door. Okay, on the side of my house, which is this side right here. In fact, the storm cellar is right here. The steps. They're old stone steps after you lift these doors up, which are covered with ivy, number one. They're covered with ivy and half rotten. So I'm afraid to even go in that area for fear I fall through the storm cellar doors. Now I have no handyman. Nobody's coming to my house because I don't want them to. And I have this problem. The only way I could have a washing machine delivered would be through that storm cellar. They go down these stone steps, and then there's another door, which I can open from the basement. And I don't know if people that deliver are willing to do all this or not. I'll have to call and talk to somebody. That's the only way to get another washing machine in here. If not, I will have to wash every single thing by hand. This is going way back to the prairie days. I think I'm going to start watching, instead of watching Andy Griffith, I'm going to start watching Life on the Prairie, or what's it called? The one with, what's this? I won't be able to think of names now. There was the Waltons, and that was later in the Depression, but the one, it wasn't Life on the Prairie. It was something about the prairie. She had a lot of kids, and they lived on the prairie. These were back in horse days and in covered wagon days, okay? No washing machines, no anything. They did everything by hand. That's what I feel like. I'm being pushed back to the prairie days here. Although I still have my dishwasher. So far. But what happens with the dishwasher, if you don't keep salt in your container for your softener, there's so much lime comes through that it starts to wreak havoc on your dishwasher. I mean, it can wreck your dishwasher. So, like I told you one other time, I did scoop out and get my last bag of salt into the salt container for my softener. But I'm going to need salt, and I'm not sure what day they're going to be delivered, but that's going to be somebody that has to come through my house and put it into the softener. If somehow I could open up that storm cellar, he would be willing to go through the storm cellar door and come down that way. But I have to get that opened up somehow. I may have to call my handyman to do this stuff. I don't know. He would only be in the basement. And we'll see. I don't know what to do. Little house on the prairie. Thank you, Sue. See, between my sister and I, we can actually hold a conversation, usually. Usually, we can hold a sort of intelligent conversation. Oh, Bumblebee, you broke an egg on the floor. Oh, dear. Yeah, that's going to be messy. I don't want to go to the laundromat. That's the thing. I'm trying not to go out of the house, remember? I don't want to go to the laundromat. Yeah, the deck builder. It's the only guy I have. Unless my son would come, which I doubt very much. We have good brains between us, yeah. Yeah, I'm going to watch Little House on the Prairie, and I'm going to start watching some videos by those prepper people. The ones that live way out. The ones that have gone off the grid, so to speak. I don't know how they make videos, but they do. There's some videos from a couple of them out off the grid. If they're off the grid, how can they be making videos? I don't quite get it, but they must be able to be in contact in case of an emergency. Don't do Washington warm weather. Well, like you say, I have enough clothes. I'm going to be very careful on what I wear and how many times I wear it. So you'll probably see the same outfit on me lots of times. Even if I have to take 2 showers a day to keep my clothes clean. Oh, just another added thing to this time in our life. But at least I had some sales, and I will keep trying to be really active on eBay and see if that really works, and keep putting out offers. And I was watching right before this because Nick and Andrea from the UK, they're in quarantine too. But he had a huge wholesale delivery delivered to him a couple days ago. And the whole it was taller than him, came off a truck on a pallet. The whole delivery it wasn't the brand Rubik's. It was another off-brand. And all different sizes of these puzzle boxes, like Rubik's cubes. And when he was on today, he listed them, or listed the sizes he has, because he has multiples from 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2 by 2. Those are by the 6 ones, way up to the 6. And those are super complicated. So he listed what he had, the different sizes. And while they were on, they were getting a ka-ching every couple minutes. And it was people buying these. So people are buying toys, puzzles, anything. I don't understand. I've only sold one not a puzzle, one game. I'm going to have to go on and relist and sell similar or something, all my games that I have in there. Because I do have games. Everybody says they're selling like crazy. I have a puzzle upstairs that I haven't done yet. I may have to put that on too. You can always buy new puzzles after this is all over. That's the only puzzle I think I have left, though. I either gave them to my sister after I did them, and I think that's the only puzzle upstairs. I hope I didn't open it. I think it's still sealed. But yeah, I don't usually buy puzzles like at Goodwill or any place unless they're sealed, because I don't want to sit here and count puzzle pieces. Electric Jazz Cat. I know who you are. Yeah. Electric Jazz Cat. It's Bumblebee's son. And he's a music major. Yeah. So that was my big haul. A little bigger than the last couple weeks, but still teensy. I have my cup of tea here, which is getting cold. I ran out of my regular green tea. My favorite green tea is Bigelow, by Bigelow. So I'm down to Libby's green tea. I have a big box of that. It's okay. And that's one of the things I ordered from Aldi. I'm going to test theirs. It's a brand I never heard of. But it'll be interesting to see what they had and what they didn't have out of the order I put in. I just hope they have the yeast. That's why I put the order in the first place. I want to make some pizza dough and make my own some of my own pizzas. Although just in case I did order a frozen pizza. So pizza is good for everything. Supper, lunch, and breakfast. So, yeah. We'll see what I get. I think it's only 15 things to begin with, and I don't know how many things out of that I'll get. I think this is a blessing in disguise, as you should move your laundry to the first floor. I know I should. I should maybe I have a place to put a stackable laundry in my bathroom downstairs. That's what the guy that did my kitchen, that's what he wanted to do. He wants to redo the bathroom. And he said, he measured and everything. He said those stackable washer and dryer will fit there. And it's only me, you know. I know they aren't as big as the big full-size washing machines. But what about blankets and things like that? What about a comforter? Will a comforter fit in that size of a washing machine? I don't know. Yeah, I'll have to read up. I love to go shopping when things aren't like this. I would have been really excited now to go shopping, actually into the store and pick out a washing machine and dryer, because I might as well get a dryer. My dryer is just as old as my washing machine. They were my mother's. These two were my mother's. I have no idea, and they've been fixed a few times. I have no idea how old they are. Yes, Little House on the Prairie. Yeah, my sister got that one too. Uh, worry about that after the crisis. The blankets, yeah. I suppose they could just go to the laundromat if I had to do that. I used to have to take the horse blankets to the laundromat. I gave the horse blankets to my daughter because I don't blanket my horses in the winter anymore. And there's a whole reason why you don't do that. So, and they get along just fine. So I think my daughter blankets her horses more to keep them clean, more to keep her, excuse me, her horse clean. $3.29. What does that mean? $3.29. Well, that's a mystery now. What do you mean, $3.29? Read up. Read up. Elijah, $3.29. Is that what you mean? Okay. Okay. You're too late for the Posh Planet. You're late for the what's sold, but you can go back and watch it. But I'm glad you came in to visit. Oh, the message at 3:29. Okay, I get it now. Three. This doesn't go back to 3:29. It goes to 4:06. Oh, you're in a different time slot. Okay. But aren't you earlier than me? Aren't you? Right now it's 10 to 5. Aren't you like 10 to 4? Which would be 3 something. So 4, I'll look at 4:29 here. 4:39. 4:29. This is like a puzzle. I don't have a 4:29. I have a 4:31 where you broke the egg on the floor. That's all. Oh, Little House on the Prairie. Is that what you meant? Yeah, so yeah, you three remembered it. Little House on the Prairie, Bumblebee, Sue, and Posh Planet. Yeah, couldn't think of it. Would have come to me sooner or later. Okay, I got it. Yeah, speaking in, yeah. She makes me search, but that's fun. I mean, what else do we have to do here? Bumblebee, you're a lot busier than me, though, with all your boys and your hubby. Oh, it was an off balance sound. That was not the sound. I know that sound. No, no, no. I should have recorded the sound. We couldn't have even talked over it. That's how screeching. It's like metal. All the gears are rubbing against each other. It was a horrible, horrible sound. It scared me up here. Like I'm sort of right over where the washer is, though. I'm directly right over it. Oh, you're trying to find me to find about the washer. Wait a minute there. You're jumping. It wasn't off balance. Bumblebees. Trying to get Shirley to find my message about the washer dryer combo. Okay. I'm looking for that one. About moving it to the first floor and then worrying about blankets later. Oh, Electric Jazz Cat. Okay, I did miss that one. Currently working on homework, but wanted to stop by and say hi. Yeah. I'm glad you come in and say hi to me. Feel like I have another grandson. Yeah, things go past fast if a lot of people say something. Yeah, I know she was explaining to you. Oh, he's a cutie. Yeah. Here's how I picture him. I have no idea what he looks like. I picture him tall and sort of thinnish and dark hair. How's that? I have no idea what any of you look like. Oh. I only know what Sue looks like. And we have been FaceTiming back and forth. I'm FaceTiming with my sister and now with my daughter all the time since we can't see each other. The other way, this is the day my daughter, they had a cleaning day at the barn. Everyone had a time slot to go to the barn and completely clean, scrub their stalls. And this is over and above the regular cleaning that they do. She has a whole way of cleaning from the ceilings to the fans all the way down to the bottom. You start at the top and go down. So I told her I was going to do a 4 o'clock, so I'll call her later. But her time slot was 11 this morning, so I certainly hope she's done by now. She put all her gear on. You're better off not knowing what Posh Plant looks like right now. Well, yeah. Believe me, unless I had to do these, or unless I had animals, especially the chickens that have to get up they get up early. I would spend half my day in bed, especially on a day I'm not having a good day. I figure I can always take my laptop up to bed and do some stuff. But I don't know, I'm sort of getting into making food now. So oh, you're having a PJ's day. Yeah. Pretty good, but light brown hair. Okay. My son has light brown hair too. Well, it was blonde, but it's getting darker and darker with age. So it's pretty dark now. Dark, I'd say dark brown. Yeah. My son looks older than he should. My son was one of those people, just like my husband. They never wore sunscreen. They were always out doing things outside, boating, golfing, fishing, things where they were in the sun all the time. And it has really showed up on my son, on his face especially. I hope he's not listening. He's not. I can guarantee it. But yeah, this just takes a toll on your skin. However, when I was young, being tan, that was the thing. When we first inherited the house or went down and visited my husband's parents in Florida, I was on the beach all the time, tanning. As when I was in high school, I used to lay in the sun and put baby oil on. They didn't have the kind of sun lotion they have now. Yeah, we just fried ourselves. So I have sun damage, and I've had to go to the dermatologist and have a few things removed. But I don't know. The guys just won't listen. Yeah, I think I'm going to. When I get the washer, I'm just going to buy a washer and dryer. Yeah, I'd like to wait till I can actually go to the store. I don't particularly want to buy them off, online. I want to see them because I want a certain type of agitator thing. I don't think it's called an agitator. I think it's called something else. You definitely think I should get a mini combo machine for your bathroom. If the wood is rotting with ivy, if it breaks, you'll have to repair that and have critters in your house, right? Yeah, I think that's one way the little tiny squirrels and chipmunks get to my, there's numerous ways they can get in the basement. That's probably one of them. They can get through that. They can come down the steps, and the cellar door, I know a mouse could squeeze under it. I don't know. And probably a chipmunk. I don't know about a squirrel. Yeah, there's no keeping the critters out of an 1850 house with a cellar, let me tell you. Keeps my cats busy. And if anything gets upstairs, oh my. Somebody from the Pointer organization was on that group today, and 2 birds had gotten into her house, and she has, I don't know how many pointers because she fosters pointers. She said you can't imagine what excitement there was in the house till they could get the birds to fly out. I can just imagine. Oh, bigger critters. I've never had bigger critters. I've never had anything like a raccoon or anything like that get in. The biggest has been red squirrels, and they're pretty small, but they've gotten in a few times and come upstairs. Yeah, like raccoon. No, I don't think there's any way for them to get in. At least I hope not, because what a mess they would make. Oh. So, I don't know. I think that's it. I've done my last load of wash until I figure this out. If I did have wash, see, I have to then call, I can't just have a washer and dryer put in my bathroom. All the plumbing business has to be put in. I'd have to call Ray back, the one that did my kitchen, and have him come and redo my bathroom. I really don't need that expense right now because I don't know how long I'm going to have to support my daughter along with me. Yeah, I would have to, my handyman knows about that storm cellar door. So I would have to have him come beforehand and clear that off and do something about that before I could even order one to come into the basement. I don't know what to do. If there could be worse timing, I don't know when it would be. I think the mini ones are pretty portable. Well, how do you hook the plumbing up? There has to be a way to hook the plumbing up. I don't know. I have to look into that. Something else to look up online to teach myself about washing machines like a faucet. I don't know if my types of faucets, I don't know what kind of connection they have to have on a faucet. Like a portable dishwasher. I don't think I have those types of faucets in the bathroom. I don't know. It's all too much stress is what this is too much of. I think I'm at the point where I'm going to be using, I do have an old antique washboard. I have a crick. No, I have running water. Thank goodness. I'll be washing things in the sink and hanging them on my clothes rack. I think that's how I'm going to have to get by till I figure this out. That's for sure. I don't have a sink in my garage, no. I don't have a sink in the garage, and I have a sink and a bathtub in this bathroom down here where I would want to have a stack washer and dryer, but the faucets, don't you have to have faucets that are like screw on, that you can screw things on? I'm not even sure how that works. But it would involve having workmen here. It would involve having either a plumber or my guy Ray, who did my kitchen. And that's gonna be a lot of money. That's all I can say. The last 3 days, I've had this strange thing happen to me where I'm just feeling fine, as fine as I feel, and I'm sitting here. It's always when I'm sitting. And all of a sudden, I get sort of nauseated and I feel sort of not real dizzy, but a little bit dizzy. Not I mean, I can walk around. I'm not that dizzy. And I start to get a headache. I hope my migraines aren't going to start coming back. That's not the kind of aura that I usually got from migraine, so I don't know what this is. But what I did the last couple times that happened, I just went and laid down, drank some water, laid down, and went away. That's anxiety, yeah. Well, today, it was earlier after this washing machine thing happened. That's when it happened. I was sitting up here, and that happened. And so I just gave in and just took my anxiety pill. I can't be having that. I'm sorry. That's just too much, okay? Yeah. Oh dear. Okay, I'm not getting something. There are apartment-sized washers that you can roll around and hook up on your kitchen faucet. Really? A washing machine? That's what they have in England, by the way. In the UK, a lot of their washing machines are in their kitchens. Is that what you meant? Yeah, I was thinking about a permanent hookup. Yeah, but aren't they real tiny? Aren't they tiny, tiny? You had a portable. I've seen the portable dishwashers. Yeah, it's a pain. The stackable in the bathroom is a great idea. Yeah, that would be great if I could have them regular built-in, stackable, and hooked up to the plumbing, because the plumbing's right there. They can go through the floor and hook up into the plumbing. But that's a whole, redo. Yeah. I'll look up apartment-size portable washing machines. Okay. They're small, but better than hand washing. And it'll be fine for now. Okay, I'll look up about that and see about that. Keep as simple as possible. Yeah, nothing fancy for those. I suppose it's better than having a washboard in the sink. Well, it may be good for my arthritis. Warm water and activity with my hands. Or your note about my daughter. Is that up here someplace? How do I miss so much? Make special adapters. I see that. Daughter. Having your daughter pick up your laundry and doing it at her house would be a safest COVID answer. I never thought of that either. Bumblebee, you're so good. Yeah, she's been wanting to come out here to see me. She could pick up my laundry. I don't think that's what she had in mind, but she'd do that for me. I'm doing all this stuff for her. Yeah, I'll mention that. I'm going to write that down because I forget everything. Pick up laundry. Michelle. I'll see. Okay. Am I all caught up? Portable washer, apartment size washer, hooks up to your kitchen sink, adapters, and have my daughter pick up my laundry. Did I get all that? Okay, good. Oh, well, I think I need to go eat supper, which is just going to be a salad, probably, maybe a little more soup. It's so good. Class dismissed. Yeah, I have a lot of research to do now tonight. Yeah. Thank goodness my first load went through without any problem, because that was a big load of my clothes. Then I decided to throw in the blanket and the towels there at the last minute. So at least my clothes got done. So I'm caught up on clothes for the moment. Anxiety gone. Yeah, till the next thing. Okay. I'm going to close now. Maybe I need some ice cream. Yeah, don't throw in the towels. Right. Yeah, I threw in the towels. That was my mistake. The blanket was the big mistake. I don't even know why I washed it, to tell you the truth. I could have hung it out on the line. I probably washed it because it's so full of dog hair. I should have taken it outside, hung it up on the line, let it flap in the breeze. Okay, I will see you next time. I have no idea for what. I haven't heard the Aldi truck come yet, so I don't think my groceries have been delivered yet. So I will close for now and see how my daughter did with her barn cleaning. And I'll see you in the next couple days. Thank you for everything. And I mean everything. Bye-bye. You stay safe too. Bye.